folks, back again. Anthony from Innovate here. We've got the Academy Games coming up over the weekend. I just thought we'd reinforce some event preparation and recovery stuff. So a few questions recently regarding exactly what to do. What I thought we'd do is a bit of an overview. We've been around and seen most athletes from most sports over the last few weeks, working with the different squads. So just to reinforce some good things to do to get yourself ready and prepared, whether you're a golfer, whether you're playing softball, whether you're a tennis player, doesn't matter. To follow the same sort of structure is not a bad idea. So first thing you probably want to have a look at for preparation, so getting yourself ready to play, getting yourself ready to do your thing, is just a quick static check. I've been through this with most squads. Basically what that means, like static stretching, we're not holding big long stretches, it's just a bit of a check. So 3 to 5 key areas for your sport, generally things that are focused around the hips and the trunk. Checking even tension and length. So we don't want one hip flexor that's tight, one that's really long. Don't want both tight, both long. We want them just the right amount of length. Key other areas, particularly like glutes and QLs and rotation and hamstrings, those sorts of things. We've been through for most sports, but just a quick check, spending 5 to 10 seconds on each area is a good place to start. Step number 2, of course, you then get into, before you actually start for your sport-specific stuff, we get into some dynamic basics. Making sure all big general movement-based exercises and drills for your sport are free and ready to go and nice and loose and ready and ready. So movements specific to your sport come after just the basic ones, but the idea is start with just some general basic work. Step number 3 is to get down to some sport-specific preparation stuff. So reinforcing quality technique is really important. Making sure that you're doing drills, not going too slow. Making sure the drills are actually, starting to make you sweat, starting to make you really get the breath up and make you work hard. So drills at the same intensity and volume as what you do when you're in your play, in your event as well. Okay. And the last one is to consider in your warm-up some decision-making, strategy, working with the team, those sorts of things as well. You basically should be ready. The things you do in your warm-up are the same as the things you do in your game, just shrunken, reinforced, all that sort of stuff as well. All right, so a good little way we remember what things to reinforce over here is what we call the ramp method. So first thing you want to do, so RAMP, first thing you want to do is raise, and that refers to your temperature, your blood flow, your heart rate, and even the fluid in the joint, so it's nice and fluid and free moving. So good joint fluidity as well. Next thing is to activate the muscles. So making sure that muscles have the right amount of activation so you can be fast and speedy and slow down well. The next one is to mobilise, making sure you're free and joints and soft tissues are ready to go. And the fourth one is to potentiate or to reinforce good performance. So it's a little bit like activation, but making sure that you're ready for your sport-specific movements. So that's a good rundown of event preparation, getting yourself ready. This is between matches, between events and games as well. Last little area we'll look at is event recovery, and probably 1 or 2 areas. You can spend quite a while on recovery and warming down, but 2 big key things to remember is the first thing you want to do when you cool down is make sure you're restoring resting tension. So muscles have increased tension. If you're riding a bike or if you're running, you'll probably find hips and backs and backsides and glutes, they get a little bit tight when you're playing. So making sure you're bringing those back to normal resting tension. And restore all body baseline. So what we've done up here, we've raised everything, we're getting everything ready, all body processes are going up. We want to do the opposite. So the opposite of raise, we want to get the heart rate and we want to get our temperature back down to normal resting levels. So you can do stretches, P&F stretches and things, and foam rollers and tennis balls are fantastic in here as well. There are more specifics that we've been through with each squad, but just remembering they're the 2 key things to keep in mind. So overall, just a bit of a rehash, event prep, stick to your ramp method, keep those things in mind is a really good idea, specific stretches and preparation drills for you, making sure that you're reinforcing some game-specific stuff. When you're cooling down, event recovery, between matches, between games, after your big events, go back to resting tension, make sure you're getting your body back to those resting levels. Alrighty, so any more questions, hit me up, I'm at Hunter Academy, and I'll see you around over the weekend.